Morning, guys. So let's say now you guys are going to do the settlement deal for me, right? So the settlement deal, you have to really look into what are the assets that should belong to my trust. Okay. So like Puan Naima's case, right? For our former leader Tun Daim Zanuddin, uh, his assets, right, is pretty much tied to my trust. Okay, although it's kept in his family's name, but actually it's actually owned by our trust. Okay, maybe previously when they did the project for my family office, they did not, like, you guys did not do the paperwork correctly. I mean, we are not trying to build a empire based on paperwork, right? But we are trying to make sure that things are also in proper order. So, um, like, whatever deal that you guys have been granted for a collaboration with my family office to build a certain project, the asset itself in the document, it will be somehow be owned under our trust, so that in future if there's any um, conflict or misunderstanding or false accusations of corruption, these sort of things can be sorted out, because it's not those elites that owns those buildings, but it's actually my family office that owns those buildings. But when it comes to the paperwork, typically we will have a collaboration, a partner, right? A partnership, right? We are in a LPs, limited partnership situations, or in a vested um, entities situations. So I don't know how usually your contracts are being negotiated or being implemented. But what it tells me, this Tun Naim saga, the late Tun Naim saga, is when he passed away, right before he passed away, he already granted all his assets to be returned back to my family office, to our trust, because he has been a long partner, okay, long partner with my late uh my old man. Okay, so they have been partner for, I think, decades. It's a very long partnership. So whatever his investment or his companies that dealing with tourism or hotel, okay, or even corporate buildings, those are actually part of our family office assets. Okay, so when the corruption case uh, when the corruption case initially started, it's because there were no um, proper explanation to the officers in MSCC what is going on behind the scenes in regards to assets management, right? So these are the things you guys have to look into, how to claw back the assets. At the same time, it's tied back to my family office, and those who were falsely charged for corruption due to improper documents, or due to some attempt. I don't deny there were attempt to hijack the assets. Okay, because they use the imposter to, to set up the trust, and then try to control the inheritance. Okay, they try to control the inheritance through the false trust that they have set up. Actually, the trust, when it was set up, it wasn't a false trust. It was okay if they did not use the imposter. I said that imposter Lee Lily, she has no right to be there. She's not heir, she's not heiress, she's not the sole successor of my family's inheritances. Okay, So when these things happen, we had no choice but to press corruption charges against them, and now is the time to sort things out, because I do not have to like manage my own assets. Usually we will appoint companies that collaborate with our family office, and they will manage the assets on our behalf. So in the end of the day, if there's any profit sharing, there's any equity that should be given back to our company, those will be returned back to our family office as a part of their contribution, and we will also pay them management fees. Typically, we will pay them that. So I think the corruption case pertaining to the late Tun Im's assets can be resolved, but I must be able to receive my uh, settlement payment that has been we have agreed upon when we settled the case. It was actually my case was settled very much earlier, in back in 2020 or 2021 or 2029. I did not know when the US DOJ they settled the indictment and settle it with the banking cartel back then. Okay, but it was really early. Then when the money came in, they did not they did not like honor the settlement. Instead, there were so many attempts to to hijack and usurp the settlement fund. That's how the this case of the inheritance theft, inheritance heist came about. Okay, it's actually not just the executive blunder. I say it's a lot of mismanagement on the government part. Okay, government, because it involves judicial branch, right, and involve politician, right. So it's their mismanagement, mishandling of the settlement deal. So if now you guys have able to the reach the agreement to settle the dispute, okay, then I want what is rightfully owned by our family office will be returned to my family office. It's not belonging to the late Tun Daim Zainuddin's families. Okay, those are our family office assets. Just like TRX, just like Menara 118. Okay, there are many more buildings that actually owned by my family office. Okay, so I hope you guys can look into this and solve the dispute. I must be able to receive my payments, because there are people who are hacking my account or insider job. They are actually conducting some kind of larceny or some sort. They've been pulling money out from the estate bank accounts. Those activities also has to be stopped. Okay, guys. Okay, that's all. Thanks.